everybody. Welcome back to On the Move with JoAnna Ward, yours truly. I'm here with someone who shared the womb with me, but also shares the woes of life and the wonders of life as well. I would like to introduce to some and reintroduce to others my very own sister, none other than the gorgeous, fabulous lifestyle model, trainer, teacher, Minister Nancy Ward. Welcome back to On the Move with JoAnna Ward, sister.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me. I know it's difficult for you to have to deal with me all day long, all my life long, and then come and have to do these interviews, but I really think you have something very important to share with our viewers. So let's get started. You are which number do you fall in your 7 siblings?
Number 3.
Number 3?
Yes.
You act like you're number 1.
No.
Number
I'm sort
3.
of quasi-middle child.
So kind of what I remember, let me just take you guys back. What I remember was, being that I'm 5 years younger than you, I just remember you taking on the responsibility of your 4 younger siblings as if we were your own children, your own responsibility, going to parent-teacher conferences, going to sports events, and just really investing your childhood and your own teen years into us little troubled little teeny boppers that were under you. What kind of character does it take to really invest that kind of love into your siblings? Because it's not a lot of that going on anymore.
Well, of course, you know, we have 2 older siblings, 10 years and 8 years older than me. So I guess I was the oldest of the next 5 that came along. And with our mother, you really just didn't have a choice. If she gave you an assignment, that's what you needed to do. And because she had the trust and confidence that you could handle the responsibility. So I didn't really see it as a chore as much as this is the role I need to play in our family's life right now. And looking back, I'm amazed that our mother trusted me to go and represent her at parent-teacher conferences because of her work schedule, and she was a single parent after our stepfather passed away. And it's just something that I did.
So you are your brothers and sisters' keeper.
I guess so. I guess you could put it that way.
And I would say it to this very day, even though all of us are over 40 at this point, you still take a lot of interest and concern about your siblings, so it just kind of never goes away.
Right.
And I was just telling you the other day how the Bible says that a brother is born for the day of adversity, and I always thought that was a day of conflict, but it's when you're adversity that your brothers and your sisters are there to bail you out, and you are always looking out for our family. So first of all, I wanted to tell you guys that. Thank you so much for being that anchor in our family and kind of always just kind of stepping in and being concerned, like being aware. You've got that person in your family that knows everybody's birthday, all their children's birthdays, all the cousins' children's birthdays, all your birthdays, where you be. Like she knows, and it's 7 of us. It's 7 of us. That's a lot of people to keep up with. And then she has 2 children of her own. So I had to add in that whole sibling concept so you guys can get a deeper understanding of her character and who she is. So now let's move on to your adult life.
Okay.
You had a desire to go to Georgetown University. And the reason I wanted you to come on is because I had Kofi Smith, who was one of the first people that I ever realized said that he was just having a battle with going to these schools and he wasn't getting any offers for football. And he said his mother said to him, son, we're going to pray for a week. And he said after his mother and he prayed for a week that he got like a windfall of offers. So then he had to pray for which offer. So tell us about your Ivy League experience and how it began from when your guidance counselor pretty much told you, don't even think about going Ivy League. And then, of course, you went and graduated. Tell us about that.
Well, I was a senior at North Fulton High School here in Atlanta. It was this magnet school for international studies, and I wanted to pursue that in college and study French. And I asked my social studies teacher, Mrs. Stedman, what schools I should look at to pursue that area of study. And she named several highly reputable schools, Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. being one of them. I had never heard of Georgetown. I had never visited Washington, D.C. But in my spirit, I felt that that was the school I wanted to apply to. And when I shared that desire with our mother, she said, I don't know where you should go to school, Nancy, but we're going to ask the Lord. And we knelt down at a big green comfy chair in her bedroom, and we prayed about that God would order my steps as it pertained to my college education. And lo and behold, I received my acceptance letter, and to my guidance counselor's amazement, because he had pretty much said that's a very competitive school, which it is. And you're probably not going to get in because some of our other talented students in the past have not been accepted. And he, tried to steer me to some other good schools that he thought would be more receptive to accepting me. But when God has a plan for you, there's nothing anyone can do to change it or to deter it. So going to college was more than just a testimony. It set the tone for our family as well. I was the first to graduate, as you know, from our family, but definitely not the last.
Right.
And I would like to think that my journey has helped to encourage our other siblings, and not only our other siblings, but our nieces and nephews who have gone on to earn master's degrees and matriculating in college. So it was a testament for our whole family.
Right. So what I remember was the teachable moment where she comes home upset because the guidance counselor tells her, "Oh, I don't think so. You little poor girl from Atlanta. We've had some more wealthy people who didn't get into Georgetown. You're not going to." I'm sitting here 5 years younger than her, so I'm in the 7th grade, and I'm looking and I'm watching my mother, who barely has enough to make ends meet. I mean, really, like the hot water's off, or the lights off, or the phone's off. Like any number of days you come home and it's just peanut butter and jelly to eat, or peaches and peanut butter to eat, or whatever. Telling my sister, "Do you want to go to Georgetown?" This is the school, Georgetown University. And I'm watching as a child, not in church, not watching someone else's story. This is in my house. And she's like, "Okay, well, let's go pray at that green chair." And I'm watching. And of course, this is exciting my faith and saying, okay, let me see if the God that my mother serves is going to serve her in this capacity. And as my mother knelt down with my sister, who sits here, graduated from Georgetown, she says, "Father God, you promised me when you took my husband that you were going to take care of me and these children." And that's what I try to reinforce when we teach and train our children. We have to tell them and teach them about God being a father to the fatherless, because we don't know when our mother or our father may go. But David says that when my mother and my father forsake me, then it's the Lord that will take me up. And if we teach our children, like Isaiah 54:13 says, if we train them up and we teach them the peace of the Lord, then the great will be the peace of our children, because when we're not there, that's when God will show himself strong. And so I wanted to put that in there. It's vitally important, because we don't know where life is going to take us, that we teach and we train our children to trust God. So, sister, you went on to Georgetown University.
I did.
And you studied?
French.
Could you say something to me in French? I just love this part. You guys are going to love this. Go ahead, sister. And she talks with this accent. She took all of us to France in like 2006. Can you do that for have you done that for your siblings? She took all of us to France. Imagine how that trip looked. Say something in French, sister.
Je ne sais pas ce que tu veux que je dise.
And more.
Plus.
Plus. Am I
That's more.
Oh, plus. Did I get that right? So that's really cool. Like, you took all of us to France. Tell me a little bit about that trip. Just a little bit about where we were when you took all of us.
Well, it was in 2006, and a lot of things were going on that year. I was diagnosed with high blood pressure. I was diagnosed with high sugar. I was pretty much diagnosed with some life-challenging things that my doctor said I need to make a change to improve. So that was January 2006, and I contacted you and I said, I need help. My doctor is saying I need to lose 15 pounds, or basically I'm going to die from a stroke or a heart attack. And you coached me long distance, because I was living in Maryland at the time. Also during that time, I was 6 months in January 2006 away from my 40th birthday. So I wanted to lose 40 pounds by 40. My 15-year marriage was falling apart. It was towards its end. So a lot was going on in 2006. And I told God, I said, Lord, when I get on the other side of through, I would like to take my family to Paris, my brothers and sisters, and celebrate the weight loss, my 40th birthday, and a new beginning. And by his grace, that's what we did. October 2006, we boarded. I flew from Maryland to Hartsfield Airport, and we all flew to Paris.
Mind you, these are people who who didn't have passports prior to this trip, had never left the country prior to the trip, and went to Paris, France, looking for collard greens, cornbread, and fried chicken. Of course, we didn't find it, and so it was a humorous, hilarious trip. So thank you again, sister, for taking us there.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It's an indelible trip that we still remember to this day. So let's fast forward. You went through a lot in 2006. Here it is, 10 years later. This is getting ready to be the 11th year. And while that was a defining moment, there have been several, and that was a defining moment, there are some things that you've come into in your Christ-like cultivated character that I kind of want you to share. Like your how the blind man says, all I know is I once was blind, but now I see. And then the guy is hollering out, Lord Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me. Open my blind eyes, and tell him, shh, don't say anything, don't say anything. He said, Lord Jesus, son of David, have mercy. So he's hollering because he wants to have his eyes open. So even since then, what is it that you can share with women who are on the other side of through? They're now 50. They've gone through the family. They've gone through the finance. They've gone through what we call Egypt, and now they're on the other side of through. What is the enlightenment? What is the awakening point going right here?
What I would say to women who may be going through health challenges or the loss of a marriage or any emotional or physical challenge, that God is faithful. And that you can talk to him like I'm talking to you, and he cares.
Right.
That he hears us, and he wants to help us, and he wants to see us happy and free from those things that weigh us down. So what I've learned over the past 10 going on 11 years is that God is faithful, and that he will never leave you or forsake you, and that he is a provider. He's Jehovah Jireh.
Right.
As I was going through my divorce, my husband was the breadwinner, and it was kind of scary to think, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Even though I was working, he was the breadwinner. He made substantially more than I did, and I had 2 young children. They're young men now, but they were, little boys at that time as I was going through this process. And people said, "Oh, you don't want to take care of those 2 boys by yourself. You don't want to leave the comfort of your home and your lifestyle." But I knew that if I stayed, I was not going to be the best mother and the best Nancy for my family and for my children. So God gave me the strength to start all over. And he was with me every step of the way. As a matter of fact, I'm making more money in my profession than I did 11 years ago. As a matter of fact, my boys are doing well.
Right.
I have a 2-year-old grandson, and I've kept the weight off. So God, don't be afraid to make that step of faith, that leap of faith, but include God in your decisions. Even in terms of where I live, God led me to the home that we live in now. God led me to the job that I have now because I was trying to do something different.
Right.
And he was like, no, I need you to go over here.
Right.
I was trying to go right, but he was leading me to the left. And now I can see over time that his way is definitely the best way. And he has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind.
Amen.
So trust God, put your hand in God's hand, and let him lead you the way that he will have you to go.
That is awesome. So you guys have heard it from my sister, my sibling, from the womb. God always leaves a witness when it comes to us. You have heard the best way is with God. Now we're going to get our fitness on with Nancy Ward and JoAnna Ward. You guys stay tuned. Go change your clothes. Get your fitness ready. Get your feet ready to move. We'll be right back. Welcome back, welcome back. You're serious about being on the move. So you went and got dressed, you're ready for the workout, you got your water. If you were motivated by that testimony by my sister, you're going to be definitely motivated by this. Before we get started with Pilates, she's going to show you a pair of pants that she was in just a few years ago. Come up, sister.
Hey.
So tell us the story behind the pair of pants that you have in your hands.
Okay, so 11 years ago, I started my journey on Faith and Fitness to lose 40 by 40. And these were my favorite pants at that time. And you can see they're well worn. And I'm about half that size now. And some of the exercises that I use to get out of these pants is Pilates.
Okay.
And Pilates
From pants to Pilates, you got it, right? Take a note.
Pilates was created by Joseph Pilates, and he was a boxer that lived in England. And Pilates was designed to help to stretch, strengthen, and balance the body. And it's low impact. It's great for someone that's half a century like myself.
No way.
It's great for someone
You're gonna be at least 25.
that's 20 years old, 30 years old. It's great for any and everyone, actually. So I'm gonna show you some beginning moves for those people that feel like they just can't do anything. But there are advanced moves in Pilates as well, and I'll leave that to you. But today we're going to demonstrate some of the beginning moves.
You see how she got her doing advance? That's real smooth, right? You would love for her to be, you would like to be in her church like Greg's church, right? Okay, so what do we do?
Let's get our mats. A lot of these moves will be done on the floor on our mats.
Should we face them long ways or?
Yes, we're going to start with the long.
You don't need a mat. If you have a towel at home, that's fine too. So, or you trust your floor, your carpet, go for it.
And the great thing about Pilates, it doesn't put a lot of pressure on your joints. If you have back issues, knee issues, it's a great exercise to get that strengthening and stretching in without injuring yourself.
Okay. Definitely don't want to
And breathing is essential to the success of Pilates as well. So we're going to start on the mat. So if you could just sit down like so, with your legs stretched out in front of you. And typically, I like to do this without my shoes on, but we're going to keep the shoes on for demonstration purposes. And we're going to sit nice and tall. Place your palms by your side and elongate that spine. And breathe. Inhale through your nose. Nice and deep, and exhale.
You breathing?
Through your mouth.
Let's go.
And we're going to take it down. Bring your knees in like so. And just gently place your palms right under your knees. And we're going to roll down nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and slow.
Oh, we're going to take, oh, that's cool. Oh, I have a thing on my back.
So stretch your legs out. Place your palms straight down. Now, for at the intermediate, I need you to raise your feet. Sister, you're going to do the intermediate. Raise your legs up like 6 inches, not 6 feet, 6 inches off the floor. Palms are by your side. Raise up just slightly and just float your arms. And for those who might have neck or back situations, you're going to bring your knees in, keep your head down to the floor, but also pulse for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release.
Is a microphone in your back a back problem?
Okay, now slowly take those arms overhead past your ears. Now, sister, your legs are still straight.
They are. This is something in my back, so I need to do the beginners.
Okay.
JoAnna, can I move my microphone up or put it on the side or something? Does it have to stay where it is? Okay, go ahead. I'll do it. Go ahead.
Okay, and again, pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And bring those arms forward again. Now, you want to do a couple of reps like this, sister, and you can do it at home. You can do it while you're watching your favorite television show. You can do it while you're listening to some very calming music. And you might say, well, what did that do? You're engaging your core. Pilates is excellent for strengthening your back and your core, that little pudge area. It also is great for getting the blood flowing. So another exercise that we're going to incorporate, we're going to bring your knees in and take them up at a 90-degree angle, okay? And bring it all the way up. Good. Now, lower one of the legs just slightly. Bring the other leg in towards your ankle. And we're going to slowly take it down and take it back up. Slowly take it down and take it back up. Now, do you feel that in your core?
I do. Do you guys feel it in your core at home?
And you're going to do that for about 8 reps.
Don't just watch. Work.
And rest.
Where's the rest? Is the rest up here?
After the 8 reps.
Oh. So is it a rest position in the movement?
Well, we're going to take it all the way down. Stretch out that bended knee. And now we're going to do it for the opposite leg. Bring your knees in, 90-degree angle. Stretch one leg out, flexing. bring the bended knee in, lower it down, take it back up, and breathe.
Shoes.
Make sure you're inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, nice and easy. And you should feel that in your core. You should also feel that in your legs as well. So you want to do about 8 reps like this. Okay, now bring that both knees back in. Okay, and then slowly take them out. And what I like about Pilates, you have the benefit without the stress on your joints, and it's very effective.
And so the benefits are strengthening the core and balance.
Strengthening the core, strengthening your back, and balance. And you have to focus on your breathing as well.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, you're really in tune with your body, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. So we talked about you doing some of the advanced exercises. Bring your knees, both knees in, grab your thigh, and slowly roll it up, like so.
Oh, this is better for my mic.
Now you're going to take your arms like so. Okay? So, sister, for the intermediate to advanced participant, you're going to slightly lean back, lift your knees up off the floor, and you're going to just opposite, nice and easy. Nice and easy. And you're going to, again, where do you feel that?
Abs, quads, arms, a little bit of cardio. Heart rate.
Now, for someone who might not be advanced, you can also participate where you're going to keep your back on the floor, bring your knees up, and you're just going to do it from this position. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. And make sure you...
Does it have to touch?
Yes, it should touch. Make sure you...
If you don't touch, if yours doesn't touch,
can do.
Just aim at it first, and then hopefully after some time you'll get to it.
And slowly bring that back up. So how do you feel about Pilates so far?
I think it's pretty good. I think anybody can do it. How are you guys doing at home? You gotta let us know if it's pretty good, if you're enjoying it, if it's something you think you could do and stay with. Because they can always just add to the reps, right? If they start doing really well at these that we've done already, the advanced and the beginners, then they can add time, and they can add intensity.
Absolutely. So we're going to do one more. So you're going to stretch your legs out, take them shoulder width, and stretch your arms out like so. And this is going to work our spine and our obliques. Now it's important to keep the arms straight. We're not doing this. We don't want to see that. But we want to keep those arms straight and just turn to the right, turn to the center while you're breathing, and then turn to the left and back center. And keep your arms straight. We're not doing this, although that's pretty for a hula dance. But we're right here, very focused, breathing. Inhale. Exhale to the center. Inhale to the left. And exhale to the center. Now, if you really want a great stretch for your back, bring those legs together. And as you inhale, take it forward. Exhale as you go down, keeping your back arched, and then bring it back. Rolling those shoulders back. Again, and bringing it. Roll those shoulders back. One more time. And bring those shoulders back. And what this does, if you feel tightness in your back and in your legs, Pilates helps to loosen those muscles and stretch them and help you to be more flexible.
And more flexible, which is a neglected area of fitness. People neglect balance and flexibility, which are also very vital, important parts of fitness as well.
Now, there are some more advanced movements that also help with balance, but for today's purposes, we'll start at the beginner level, and we'll build up to intermediate and advanced.
Okay, so if I didn't do this, but I want to do it, okay, so I'm going to speak on behalf of that person who probably wants to do it, know they should do something, and they just kind of won't get started. Like, they just can't get started. Like, I saw it, it looks simple, it looks easy, but I just would rather sit on the couch and watch television or something.
Well, that's a person that wants to remain in their excuses. Pilates is very easy. You don't need any equipment like we have mats,
right.
But you can use a towel, you can use your carpeted floor. There's really nothing you need other than the will and a flat surface with, you know, a cushion like a towel or a mat, and just get moving.
Well, you guys have heard it from someone who didn't just lose 40 plus pounds over 10 years ago, but has been enabled by her faith, fitness, and her family life to maintain that weight loss with simple things like Pilates. Of course, there's more that she does, but you got to start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. And don't make excuses. Make the spot available. Make yourself get up and do what you think you can't do. Forge through, get on the move. Something as simple as this, even though you may not think that it's a lot, you may think, well, I need to do what they're doing so I can look like they look, whoever it is you're watching on Instagram, YouTube, or whatever. But here's the thing, it's the commitment. It's the commitment of saying, I'm going to do Pilates or whatever it is, walking 15, 20 minutes a day. This is my commitment regardless of the results. Because what you do is you stage the opportunity to start what it is that you really want. So if you can walk for 15 minutes, do Pilates for 15 minutes, or whatever it is for 15 minutes, you probably can grow that 15 minutes to 30, 45, and even an hour, and the intensity of different exercises that will begin to sculpt your body. But you have to start where you are. You have to use what you have. You have to do what you can. You have to get on the move. So I appreciate my sister coming. This is Nancy Ward. She's one of the instructors for JoAnna Ward Fitness. We always like having you join us for fitness-related activities. I hope this encouraged you, inspired you. You know your pants can be smaller. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Come on, sis, we got to dance out.